Hi, my name is Logan Klaus, and I'm a producer, singer, and songwriter from the Billboard 500 Club's private mentorship program with Adam McInnis. Thank you so much for tuning into the Music Industry Contact YouTube channel, where we do hit song breakdowns, demo critiques, and have a wealth of music industry-related information for you to check out at any time. Today we're breaking down MONSTA X Love Killa. I've never heard it before. I'm very excited. As you know, we can't monetize these videos, so we would love to have you as part of our Patreon Golden Ear community. It gives you exclusive early access content, videos, and polls for you to check out for selecting our next song breakdowns. If you're already supporting, thank you so much. And if you'd like to join, just click the link in the description. Thank you again. All right, let's get into MONSTA X Love Killa. All right, here we go. I've never heard any MONSTA X. I don't know if they're a group or a person. It could be any, I don't know. But I'm very excited. Let's see, when did this song come out? 2020, relatively new. Yeah, let's just get right into it. I'm excited to hear what we got going on tonight. Love Killa. Damn! Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry.
What? Oh my gosh. Wow. Wow. Wow, he's got the American There's so much cool stuff going on here. Wow. 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 Okay. Okay, this is so cool. There is some, wow, there's some layers, especially in the music video. Wow. This is massive. I was not expecting that. Okay. First off, this is the most masculine energy I've seen in a Korean pop band at all. This is just wild. This is very like, oh my goodness. Well, obviously they've got Fight Club here. So this guy's dressed up as Brad Pitt from Fight Club, which is awesome. This other guy here is going for, I mean, this could be Hannibal Lecter. I don't know, like Silence of the Lambs. I'm not sure. And then over here, we obviously have the American Psycho, which is just, this is just wild. The play on like the, you know, and here we've got the Joker from The Dark Knight, I think. That is just so cool. This is just, I don't know if he's trying to be like from Drive by the, like that, what's that? Ryan Gosling movie, perhaps? I don't know. It could be anything. But this is just, I was not expecting this. This is a treat. This is really cool. Wow. To go for this in America, it's kind of like the Sigma male meme, or like the joke, you know, about which is just so cool that they're playing off of, and they're this culturally aware of like this is the joke. This is from The Dark Knight. That's crazy. I am very excited to see what other kind of like American culture film like they're pulling from, it's just really cool how they're using it like a spectacle, you know, this like psychotic American culture thing. It's just so cool. Like these movies are iconic for being super controversial and being super out there as far as what the moral standard is for these films. And, you know, these are great movies, like iconic movies. I highly recommend. I think so. We got The Dark Knight, Fight Club, Drive, perhaps, and what was the other one? An American Psycho. That's just crazy. I love it. I love the vibe. And I mean, the song is badass as well too, but that is so cool. That is so cool. I was not expecting that. Wow. That is so awesome. Wow, I am a huge fanboy, I guess. This concept for this song is great. It's very gritty and it's very like angry in a way. Like, look at these guys' faces. I'm sure this is very controversial or out there. I mean, I don't know. I'm not from Korea, obviously. I don't know what is, I'm curious like what kind of impact this had. I'm curious if, like anime has made its way over to this side of the world. I know that that's mostly Japanese. I never thought about it until now, how the culture from here would be used over there. If this music video is sort of pandering to an American culture, or if those films actually make it over there. This is hilarious because that this question comes up because I was just watching Crash Landing on You with Brenda. Brenda and I, if you know us, anybody from the Billboard 500 Club, Brenda and I were watching. That's a phenomenal concept for a show. It's a great show. I'm curious. I never was aware of how the cultures could cross over like this, and these are iconic, timeless films that are being promoted in this music video, and I just think that is so cool. I never would have considered this is just amazing. What a treat this has been. This is beautiful. Now to the song. I'll stop fanboying over the music video. I think it's probably been 5 minutes, but just wow. I mean, music transcends just song and just playing. It's beyond that. It's defining parts of the world and eras and cultures, and it's great to like see, how these are connecting and how we're mixing them and how they're using these imagery. It works so well with the concept. It's so unhinged and psychotic, and it's cool. I love this so much. It's just amazing. Let's go down through and break up the song now and see what comes out, what we can learn from this or what we can take from this song here. So, yeah. I love I'm sure that title is, I don't know if that's the American Psycho opening. I forget, but I definitely recognize this opening, which is so cool. Wow. Wow.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I make you anxious?
Wow. Okay, so first thing I got to point out, power of threes. It's where you do something the one time, that's the same. Do it slightly different the second time. Do it the same again on the third and change it up on the fourth. That's one, formula for it. The other one is same, different on the third, and then same or different on the fourth time. So right now we are having a power of three come out already right off the bat with the bass. Ba-ba-da-dum-bum-ba-dum-bum. Ba-ba-da-da-ba-ba-da-bum. And it's what's in between that's really changing it. I love the ad-libs, adding personality. Everything here is to grab attention. The little vocal ad-lib thing at the start is iconic, obviously. Like, as soon as you hear that line, you know that this song is coming on. I'm sure this song just goes off as soon as they hear that. It's like, oh, yeah, I'm so excited for this song. Let's take it back through here, and beyond that bass line, let's see what other kind of ear candy is going on.
Got room for one more.
I like how instead of using a gunshot, they had a crash cymbal.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I make you anxious?
Snare drum comes in halfway through. Nice. Wow. Wow. So one thing I wanted to say, the first time that I heard that, it was kind of jarring for me because it was like very smooth, but still aggressive. Like in the same in the same smoothie. They had pickles and strawberries in the same smoothie, and it's just weird for a second to get used to. You know what I'm trying to say? There's like this, sexy emotional ad-libs, and then there's like this very like dark and sinister just vocal delivery going on here. I love the way that the vocal tone is used in a way that's kind of unhinged, psychotic. I love it. It's great. Also, I got to point out the impact on beat 1 of this starting in here.
Oh, I'm sorry, did I make you anxious?
Right here. You know? That's another thing here. Listen. It's that pause, that pull-out thing where everything goes away. They did that in the intro. They did that again here. I'm assuming that's going to be a very I don't know if I don't recall already. I've already forgotten since the first time we listened, just being blown away by these music videos. But I just love this music video. This music video is so cool. This is so cool. I like the hi-hats coming in. He's singing it more. It's less. Okay. So, contrast. We're going to talk about this because it's huge in, I wonder what movie this is. Sorry. Staying focused, contrast. We got to talk about that. It's very important that each section is different from the next, and that's how we're going to keep the listener engaged in the song, is if the verse is different from the pre and the pre is different from the chorus. That's why we call them the different things. Structures is very important. Beyond, I know, and you're like, oh, blah, 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 I know. But like the way that they do it is so genius and it's so meticulous. It's hard to believe that they thought about this, you know, like I'm sure that there's a percentage of this that gets written in flow, but they are so intentional with the parts that they're putting in, and everything means something. Everything has a purpose for being there. And just how well they are making contrast subconsciously without the listener even knowing it. We're going to try to open that up and blow it up so that we can really see what's going on here. So, for example, in that last verse, it was very, very singy. And then on the fourth time, in that Power of Threes, they changed it around with a completely different voice, even in the music video.
I'm a slay, I'm a chill, I'm a kill.
Look at those, like, aggressive camera angles compared to the rest. You know? It's very, like, floaty, and then look at this aggressive camera angle, right? It just, in the music, it's taking you from emotion to emotion. Listen to yourself think while you're listening to this. It's like, what emotions are they conjuring up in the way that they're delivering it, and how are those emotions contrasting each other? Like, even if it's microscopically, it's still very important for section to section. Here we go. In the pre now. The bass tone is changed up. It's much more open and round. The vocals are much wider. Obviously, because we're going to a chorus that's more reserved and tighter feeling, we're going to have a pre-chorus that's more wide and open and spacious compared to the other ones. So, we're all like a psycho. Wow. 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 Wow.
That's right.
It's just amazing that they're using these archetypes. I'm so blown away. Let's just listen to this chorus here and see what we can pick out. So, we obviously had that wide open pre-chorus. The lyrics are, there's no malice here. Check them out. It's just they're talking about a different vibe in a way that I've never heard it before, you know? And I like how, you know, reading the subtitles, it doesn't rhyme. It's more to the point and straight what they're saying. It's just great. Yeah, so let's hear this chorus again. Pulling it out on the fourth time there was some different, that's very important to put out there for the Power of Three in the song at the very end. To go from the next section, they pulled the music out. It gives you this kind of breath feeling. And the impact is massive. You notice they have some kinds of, it almost feels like those, like in rap music, sometimes they'll have like a horn, like wham, the Michael Bay wham thing, and they're doing it here, but in a way that's just a lot less cheesy and a lot less kind of, you know, overdone. It's great. A lot of impact on beat one here, and it gives it this very forceful, very aggressive. Yeah, this is a gorgeous song.
That's right. You look
Nice.
in my eyes.
And I like how instead of having the pull-out thing there on the 4th time, they have a lead-in line going into the next section. So, you know, there always has to be some kind of transition. After every 4 bars, we got to tell the listener, hey, there's something new coming up. And there's ways that you can do that. You can do it by pulling it out. You can do it by having a riser going into things. You can have it by a drum fill. That's what, you know, but in this situation, they chose to have the lyrics leading us into the next section, which, you know, add that tool to your belt. That's really cool. I'm very excited to see what we get to see in the music video here for the 2nd verse. This is awesome. Here we go.
That's right. You look in my eyes, straight into my eyes, and just say, I want you to eat me like a main dish.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
I'm a savage, your love is rare.
I'm a slay, I'm a chill, I'm a kill.
It's a plot twist from now on. Pull the trigger, both. Wow. Wow. I mean, the lyrics, I know it's more of a producer react style video here, but I'm just, you know, really reacting to the lyrics here. What they're trying to say and what they're trying to imply. It's, you know, very aggressive, and it's very cool. You know, that's not something I think this is producer reaction number 8 for me, and I haven't heard a song with this much fire in it. And these guys are, you know, these kind of remind me of like Black Veil Brides or something, or a Motley Crue. They kind of remind me of like, very like, if in a way that's just, maybe it's the color scheme, I guess, but it's very, one of the things that makes it hard for me to listen to some types of music is when the lyrics are just so explicit and leave nothing to the imagination. They're talking about sex without talking about sex, and that's really important, I think, if we're gonna just give the listener something to imagine. I'm really not a huge fan of music that is just grotesque for no reason, and it's just like it's just shock at that point, because it's like, wow, I can't believe they recorded that. What does their grandma think? Wow, is that even, wow, I can't believe they just said that. You know, like, we have that a lot. And I hear that a lot, whereas in this situation, it's still aggressive and it's still slightly shocking, but it's tasteful still. I think they're riding the line of tasteful and shocking, and that's, you know, there's got to be something to be said and appreciated about the way that these guys are choosing to promote the ideas and topics that they're doing. You know, they're tapping into a more animalistic, more tribal version of the subject matter, but it's still, you know, it's not elegant and beautiful and emotional, and it's a different side of things, much more aggressive for sure, but they're doing it in a tasteful way that's not, that, you know, you could still play for your grandma and she'd be, you know, proud of you, I guess. So what am I saying? Anyway, let's get back into the production side of things here. Just the lyrics are masterful. The music video is great. I'm really enjoying just the entertainment value from this song, but let's break down what's actually going on kind of under the hood here. So let's come out of this chorus again.
That's right. You look in my eyes, straight into my eyes, and just say, I want you to eat me like a main dish.
It ain't cliché. That's funny because it's cliche, right? It ain't cliché. That's awesome. That's, yeah. At least where I come from, we call it cliche, but I love that. That's really cool. How you rhymed cliche with obvious. Wow. Wow. Did they do that or? Oh, maybe. I'm sorry. I'm misreading it, but it's hottish. Cliché. That's awesome. I love that. Okay, so grabbing attention with this line here. I don't know how anybody who is in the room at the party is listening to the song during this line. Imagine you're at a party and this comes on. You're gonna.
That's right. You look in my eyes, straight into my eyes, and just say, I want you.
In that moment at the party, your heads are perking up just slightly. You might not break conversation, right? But if this was on in the background of the party, you're like, well, what did he just say? So now imagine listening to this song, right? And at that point, he is speaking directly to you. You are not, there's no walking around it. It's right to you. It's honest. It's believable. I don't know who this guy is, but like, look, all I can say is he's selling me on this here. So it's very well done. Grabbing attention like that, especially in the production, breaking it apart so that lyric can shine through.
That's right.
It's just
you look in my eyes,
taking the drums out, right? It's all about the voice here. Now we're back in. You know? There was that beat 4 pullout again. They're using that. I think they've used that 4 or 5 times now in this song. Going into the next section, big. Listen to that crash cymbal that's kind of rushing over it. It's a massive, just like long crash. It might even be like a long, kind of wide ride cymbal. I'm not sure, but. You hear that?
I'm a savage, your love is rare.
I'm a slay, I'm a chill, I'm a kill.
You know, one of the things that fascinates me is how they incorporate all the singers of the band in the verse and let the personality of each of the singers show through in a different way. This guy, I would not want to meet him in a back alley. I mean, I don't think I want to meet any of these guys in a back alley, but it's amplified through this song, which is really cool.
Savage, your love is rare.
I'm a slay, I'm a chill, I'm a kill.
Yeah. So I think by the vocal tone, it was just the two of them singing that little section of the verse there. But even the singers are contrasting each other microly. Like the way that the things that the singers are saying, when a new singer comes in, he's not saying anything in the same rhythm, in the same vocal tone, in the same emotion as the other singer. There's contrast from one singer to the next, showcasing the personality of each of the singers. I just think that's really cool. Let's hear about this pre. One of the things I really like about this song so far is that the melodies aren't as conventional or formulaic as I've seen from some of the other songs I've broken down. It's just very, very random, very about the words that they're saying, and each of the lines that they're saying has a very catchy melody. It's like one catchy thing after the other to the next. Like, you could repeat these melodies and I would love it, but they are like giving me one catchy melody, another one, just super quick succession, and it's keeping me very interested. Let's hear this next chorus here. The pullout, remember the pullout. Nice. Wow. So one thing I wanted to point out is that the bass is only on beat 1. Massive impact. They're very much about aggression and impact and pushing making it really slam here. And the bass is only on beat 1. Dum do 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 dum do 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 dum. It's a great example of using your production to convey the emotion. Being intentional with what emotion we're trying to cast, what emotion we're trying to create, and then reflecting that emotion in the production like this is just, it's aggressive, it's wonderful, it's just, yeah, they're really killing it. There was a few other things I wanted to point out. Let's just listen to the second half of that chorus again. So, in between every single one of those things, there was a little response. Love killer, love killer, love killer. Ha! Da 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 da. there is something to be said about using call and response to contrast the other half. So in the first half of this chorus here, I'm curious what kinds of call and response they use. I mean, I'm seeing it here in brackets. But
Take a shot, take a shot, take a shot. 감정은 없어. Check him out, check him out. Take a shot.
you know, just think about this logically. If we want something to sound anthemic, why don't we make it sound like we're including a lot of people, right? One person says something, your hype guy's like, yeah. You say something, your hype guy's like, yeah. The crowd is going to love singing both of those parts. They feel like they're in some conversation. They feel like they're part of something. They feel welcomed into this universe and this story that's taking place and unfolding, and they're doing it. They might not even realize that they feel welcomed. You know, it's subconscious. You don't want them to feel like to know. But by using this call and response thing, that the purpose of those ad libs is to include the listener. I explained this, I think, in one of the other producer breakdowns I did, but it's like when the singer's speaking directly to you, you are having a conversation with them, right? But as soon as they introduce a response, you kind of start watching you seem to be now watching a conversation between two people, right? So it's this subconscious thing of being part of a conversation, listening to a conversation, being part of a conversation, and listening to a conversation over and over and over again, right? And using that as a contrast idea, using that as a tool in keeping the attention of the listener, going back and forth between those things. It's just like going back and forth between wide and open and massive and anthemic and super tight and super emotional or super tribal and super sexy and whatever, right? They're in duality with each other. And if we can go back and forth between these things as much as possible, that's what's going to keep the attention going. So let's hear about the bridge and the rest of this song here. I'm excited. Nice. Wow. 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 You know, we could really get into the implications of these lyrics here, but the purpose of this bridge basically is to balance out the rest of the aggressive masculine energy in this song. And you notice how he opens up the lyrics of the bridge with a very committal line. You know, it's like, it's aggressive, but don't worry, you're safe still. It's aggressive love, but you're safe still. You know, it's still committal. It's still, it's not aggressive love and I'm doing it with 100 other people this weekend. It's you know, we get that a lot. I'm not trying to point fingers and point names here, but these guys, these are husbands. These are husbands that we're listening to, that's pretty cool. All I can say is it's pretty cool. I'm not trying to talk shit, but that's pretty cool. They play the role of the aggressive masculine energy, but they still do it in a way that's modern and not, you know, stepping over the line of just grotesque, cruel, you know. See, like, yeah, cruel but beautiful. The line is literally on the screen as I'm saying it. Yeah, it's like, they're dancing on this very fine line of emotion. And I mean, I would be curious to know what the audience of this band is, but I'm assuming it's more of a female audience than a male audience. It could be. I mean, I go either way about it. I love this song. But just as far as the subject matter of this song, I'm assuming it's more of a female audience. And just, you know, as far as that goes, just one take on the lyrics here. I think it's very interesting. Let's hear this bridge again. Contrasting this. Wow. I love how he's pouring the blood on that. If you've never seen American Psycho, you got to watch that movie. That is a wild movie. That will make you very uncomfortable. It's a great movie. Wow. Wow. Yeah. See, it's aggressive, but they literally say there's no hatred here. There's nothing angry here. It's aggressive, but you're still safe. That is like that. It's very genius. The subconscious intention behind this, the singing in this song, the intention behind the lyrics of this song is very much feels healthier than what I'm used to listening to from some things. I always feel like, I have to clarify something. I'm not hating on the music scene that we have where I come from, but there's a lot of songs that are very questionable lyrically, and I just really appreciate the amount of thought and intention that they've put behind these lyrics, and they are really saying something that, you know, it panders to the, you know, sexual side of the music, but it still does it in a way that's not unhealthy, which we have a lot of unhealthy music, in my opinion, you know. So just unhealthy subconscious programming of our population, and just it's been so eye-opening. I really believe that this is the future of music. I really believe that the intention behind all of these songs, there is, I've listened to 8 songs now. I mean, I'm not some, you know, expert, but still, the intention behind these songs is a lot. Healthy is just a good word. I'm going to start using the word healthy. It's very healthy. It's good. It's good. I'll get off my soapbox here. This music is incredible, and I'm falling in love with these bands and these singers every single day, and I just love it so much. It's beautiful, Love Killa. The moment where we aim at each other. Wow. Wow. I'm falling into you. Wow.
Take you down.
Damn. Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I make you anxious?
Wow. 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 This song is a masterpiece lyrically, I think. And just overall the vibe, everything about this song, I bet you this has 52 million views. That makes a lot of sense. That is just, I mean, it's controversial, but it's tastefully controversial, and you know, it plays this, did I make you anxious? That's, you know, wow. Yeah, this is just, this is very well put together. It's a very well put together song. I mean, I know we talked more about the cultural implications of this type of music rather than the actual production tips and stuff, but I think it's important to be conscious of the type of music that we're making, and I'm more concerned about saying something of importance and saying something that means something rather than just, you know, trying to make a hit and try to get paid and try to get millions of dollars and try to say things that are shocking and valueless and almost, you know, destructive. I feel like we have so much destructive music, and I mean, I'm obviously not from here. I don't know the cultural implications of this song. I don't know if this was considered controversial or if this was considered what this is like. So I don't know. I can only assume and kind of make up in my head what I feel like this, you know, song is trying to do. But at least the intention behind this song comes from a place of loving to some extent, and I just really appreciate that about this music. It's really refreshing to hear things that have this much meaning behind them, you know? Yeah, before I give my final thoughts on this song, I just wanted to say thank you so much for checking out this breakdown. If you enjoyed it, I would love it if you press the like and subscribe button. Press the notification bell if you're looking to learn more, and I hope this provided you some kind of value. If you're looking to grow even further, I really can't recommend enough the producer breakdowns on the Music Industry Contact website. I shout about them in every single video. There's a Calvin Harris, Phineas, Rick Rubin, Diplo, and Pharrell those ones kind of gave me the most value for sure, and are the ones where I use the tool bag that we created the most. Basically what Adam does in those breakdowns is he gets, we go through all of those producers' biggest songs, and we find the most consistent pieces, the tricks that they use throughout every single one of the songs, try to kind of find out how they were able to stand the test of decades as being producers. I mean, some of them are newer, like Phineas, for example, is a bit more of a newer producer, but he has a timeless quality to him, you know, and learning what those timeless, sort of enlightened production formulas and tools are, and how we can put our own creative spin on it. If you're a musician, producer, songwriter, or singer looking to grow in any way, the Billboard 500 Club is for you. I've been a part of it for about 20 months now, and I've seen the most improvement in myself than I have ever thought was possible, and in my entire life before. The network is incredible, the information is incredible, and the opportunities are like nowhere else on the internet. There's over 70 mentors who are some of the most successful in the music industry, teaching up-and-coming musicians and producers and singers like you and me. And so don't wait too long. There's a limited capacity of 500 people. Once we reach 500 people, we're going to kind of close the doors to the club and build kind of our own ecosystem of musicians and songwriters and producers and executives, and it's just we're looking for the musicians who are intentional about their music and want to create something that is long-lasting and timeless and that betters humanity in a way. And if you think this is you, we would love to have you. Just go to billboard500.com and submit an application for the club. Anyway, I just got to say, I love this video. I've never seen anything like it. I think it's genius. I think it's smart. I think it's tasteful. I think it hits the vibe just right. It's aggressive enough, but still tender and emotional in a way that I think is extremely marketable, and a way that it makes me want to be more intentional with lyrically, for sure. Be more lyrically intentional. This is just a very well done song. I was very lyrically taken aback and very moved by the way that they decided to portray this video. Is just shocking enough, but still tasteful, and that's a really great place to land. So, yeah, anyway, I just hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it brought you some kind of value. My name is Logan Klaus. If you want to hit me up on Instagram, send me some music. I'd love a follow. I'd love to chat. If you have questions about the club, or go ahead and follow Music Industry Contact on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. Yeah, I just hope you have a great rest of your evening. Thank you very much. I've been Logan Klaus. Have a great night. Bye-bye.